Well, hey guys, what's up? It is What the Fuck Wednesday here at What Happens in the Woods. I'm Jessica, and with me again, we have Olivia and Mara. Hello, ladies.
What's up?
Hello.
Hello. So, as if we didn't punish you enough last week, we're back.
You're welcome.
Get ready.
So this is where we share weird and interesting crime stories that we found with you all. Last week, the girls and I had fun with our news stories. Maybe a little bit too much fun.
I don't know.
But you know what? I'm not going to apologize for it. We are not sorry. We're not sorry. I am going to apologize, though, because Superman is from Krypton.
Yes. I had to Google that after the fact. He's from Krypton.
Yes.
I had my dad scream at me.
So we apologize.
He's like, it's not kryptonite, it's Krypton.
We hit a nerve. We hit a big nerve.
He was upset.
Yes. And we acknowledge that. So I fail on my part. Big fail. I just should have known that, but
Please don't cancel us.
Please don't. I won't make the mistake again. I'm so sorry. All right, let's get started.
All right.
Okay. Are you guys ready? Ready,
I think
Freddie?
so.
Last chance. Bolt now if you need to.
I mean, I don't know. After the suitcase incident, I don't know.
I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel going into this.
You're going to feel all sorts of things.
Oh, great.
We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to shed hair. We're going to...
What?
We're going to want to punch babies. I don't know.
I was going to say that, like, at first you sounded like it was a nice feel-good family movie time, but now, like, that doesn't sound...
Very nice.
No.
Feel good movie time. It's the feel good podcast of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Except it's not.
Except when you talk about gruesome murders.
Yes. No, this is definitely not for families. Not...
Listen with your children.
Please don't. Unless your children are adults, as in my case, please don't bring children anywhere near this. First off, we're going to start back in 1997 in the town of Yakima, Washington. I hate saying that name. It's like Yakima. I think of iCarly every time.
Yakima.
Yeah. So police respond to a call at a storage facility reporting a break-in. What they find when they get there are Christopher Nielsen and Erica Levis asleep in a truck out front, parked out front. Just the truck is just filled with random stuff. So one of the side fences on the property has been cut, and they find that numerous storage units are broken into in the property. Mm-hmm. So the two suspects are detained. They're brought down to the station to question them, and they both are like, yeah, we don't need a lawyer. We're going to waive our rights. We sure did this, and we used a bolt cutter to cut into all of the storage units. And then somehow along the way, they just became so exhausted that they needed a nap, and they went and sat in the truck out front and fell asleep.
What?
Why wouldn't you escape first?
Right.
Escape and then take your nap, like a victory nap?
Right.
No. Their nap is very important, Mara. It has to happen right now.
Apparently, that was the priority. Not like going to jail could happen or prison. No.
Not necessary to think of that at all. At all.
I guess if you're committing a crime, you may not be thinking that far ahead.
I just love how they were, no, we don't need attorneys.
We did.
Sure did that.
I love an honest person.
There's something to be said for that. Yeah. So the couple faced 42 counts each of second-degree burglary, meaning they broke into 42 units each.
What were they going to say?
I don't, yeah.
I don't know, officer. How did these things become open and then somehow in our truck?
You're right.
I was just taking a nap.
I fell asleep.
At the storage facility.
And I said my prayers before I went to sleep.
As one would.
So, of course you do. And then I fell asleep in the truck because that is responsible. I was not driving and asleep. That is responsible. I don't really know how this one ends up because when you look on Washington Court's website, either the cases are sealed or because they were probably done in a municipal court, you can't see the outcome. What I could see was that Erica had 5 cases listed, meaning she was in court 5 times for probably separate issues between 1996 and 97. But nothing came up for Christopher Nielsen. So I don't really know what they got for all of this, for their honesty and for their part in this. But I found it funny, too, that even though they were arrested and they were completely admitted the crime, the police had to get a search warrant to inspect the truck after apprehending them. I didn't understand why, because it's right there. And it's there. I don't know.
Well, don't you need like a search warrant to search someone's car? Like,
not always.
Not on suspicion, which if they admitted to what they were doing, they have reasonable suspicion to search a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just found that odd. And then there was no court records that I could look at. I guess my advice would be maybe have some coffee before you're going out.
Before your
Drink
heist.
a protein shake, a Red Bull.
Just prepare yourself.
Right.
Nourishment.
For the exhaustion.
Nourishment. Yes.
Like like pre-workout, but pre-crime.
Pre-crime. I think we can market that drink.
I think we would probably come under a lot of fire for that.
Don't think we should do that. I mean, it's a good idea, not gonna lie. But
if we named an energy drink pre-crime, I don't know. I'm just saying. If anybody thinks this is a good idea, let me know, because I'm all down. I'll make it happen.
But our commercials would have to be like, we don't endorse any crime.
We don't endorse crime.
We do not.
Yeah.
We do not affiliate ourselves with any criminals.
We just want the stories so we can talk about how stupid you were. All right. So that one was pretty short, but it just kind of caught my fancy. Like, I'm sorry, you couldn't even make it down the street. You couldn't make it a block.
Maybe to like a McDonald's parking lot. Nobody questions you in a McDonald's parking lot.
I mean, really? Nobody does. You're right. I think you're right.
I have the criminal mind. I guess this is just what we're finding out.
I saw that CSI you watched as a child. It's damaged you. Or smartened you up. Made you conniving. I don't know.
I don't know. You formed my brain.
It's my
so
fault.
Here it is.
It's fine. It's all my fault. I'll take the blame. It's always the mother.
Olivia's just over there like, I'm innocent.
I'm so innocent.
I would never. It's the silent ones.
It's the quiet ones you have to watch out for. We all know it.
I don't know what you talking about.
Okay, moving on. The next story comes straight from the old Unsolved Mysteries archive. So, did you guys watch the reboot?
No.
Have you ever seen any of the old episodes?
Probably.
I'm not
actually sure.
I failed you as children. I have failed you.
Have you, or have you helped us?
No,
What's
Unsolved Mysteries is like a cornerstone to life.
Oh.
The information that was brought to our attention, this was like groundbreaking. So nobody before had done this in like real life, brought unsolved cases from around the country, around the world in some places, to like primetime TV. This was the first instance of this. This is where like Dateline and Unsolved Mysteries were hand in hand. It was revolutionary. Y'all are looking at me like I'm dumb. It's fine.
It sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
I'm sure you've watched, like, I'm sure I've had it in the background.
Maybe.
When you guys were, so, okay. So I watched the reboot. I liked it. I appreciate it. It's not the same without the host, Robert Stack. I can appreciate, though, that what they're trying to do is bring, like, attention to old cases that, like, the leads have gone. Mm-hmm. And maybe somebody somewhere knows something, but it's not getting attention. So on the website called onlyinyourstate.com, I found an article a few weeks ago called 5 Disturbing Unsolved Mysteries in Washington That Will Leave You Baffled. This story was on it. This one is more of like a weird occurrence than a crime. There's just still no really good explanation for it. And it's like conspiracy theory shit.
Check the suitcase.
Yeah. Check the suitcase. So back in 1994, on the early morning of August 7th, in a small town of Oakville, Washington, it started to rain.
Wow. Groundbreaking.
We're laughing because it rains here all the time. Even though right now, like, it's sunny and warm, that could literally change
tomorrow.
At any moment throughout the day, it could change 5 times.
Yeah.
So rain is just not big news. However, on that day, the rain was actually not rain. The rain was actually small little gooey blobs that were the size of like half of a grain of rice. No water, just gooey blobs.
Coming from the sky?
Coming from the sky. In like a torrential downpour of this. Meaning they thought it was hail.
Aliens.
Alien what? Like alien poop? Like
I don't know. Maybe aliens were pouring some gooey stuff out from their
mind control.
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you know.
All right.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So there was no water. It was everywhere. This happened 6 different times over the course of a month.
It's the government. It's the military.
Jesus Christ, it's like you're in my brain. Get out of here. So, okay.
What the hell?
So every time this happened, people are like left scratching their heads. They don't know what the fuck this is. It's reported that people get very ill from this. End up in the hospital. Some animals end up dying, like cats and dogs end up getting really sick. Farm animals end up dying after coming in contact with it. It's really kind of weird.
That's upsetting.
Okay, so here are some of the theories. I'm starting with the least likely first, which is that it was bathroom waste released from planes that were flying over the town.
That's disgusting.
They used to fucking do that.
Did they actually?
Yes. So the FAA has claimed that it could not be that because they have a chemical in their waste tanks that it turns the waste blue.
Mm-hmm.
So this was not blue. This was clear. However, planes are no longer allowed to release waste like that over land.
Good.
They used to.
That's
gross.
So
If
what?
they knew that it was uninhabited, they would drop their waste.
Okay, I guess that's a little bit better, but it's still not great.
No.
So gross.
No, it's disgusting. Because what if you're in the middle of the woods, you're hiking?
And then you just
And
get
shit
shit
falls from the
falls
sky.
on the sky.
on your head.
Right.
And it's probably not nice shit because people are on planes.
Right. No, or barf. Or, I mean,
Yeah.
any
Oh my
of it.
God.
Barf, pee, any of it. It's disgusting. Or a mixture of all.
I mean,
You know what I mean? They're not really, it's not like every time you flush, the tank is emptying. It's like the tank is full and they empty it.
it's a nice little sky cocktail
I hope
for
I'm
you.
not disgusting anybody, so we'll move on from that. So that's, I mean, that is quickly dismissed. It's just not it's not probable.
Next.
So the next one is the result of bomb testing in
Mm-hmm.
the Pacific Ocean done by the military.
Mm-hmm.
It's suspected that while they were testing, they bombed a school of like jellyfish.
What?
So the jellyfish particles were then blasted up into the air from the bomb, caught up in a cloud, and the cloud...
Excuse me.
Right. So then the cloud carried them inland 50 miles. The problem is, if that happens, and I don't know enough about science, and I'm not a scientist.
Ocean acidification.
I,
I don't know.
So the problem is that this was not reported in any other areas. This was only reported 6 times in the same town. How would it exactly go 50 miles every time they did this? Like the cloud could only go 50 miles in one direction
Yes.
and carry this.
Clouds
and then
are
it
an
came-
illusion.
And then it came down in exact size particles.
Clouds are an illusion. You heard it here first.
Oh, okay. That's a different podcast.
I-
Mara.
I'm on some conspiracy stuff. I
don't
really
even
think
know.
they're covering something up.
Okay, well, so yeah, it's an interesting thing. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys have heard about them, but there's like those tornadoes of fish.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. That like in the middle of Kansas or something, there'll be like just a downpour of like fish that are not random. They're not native to the area.
What if it's fish eggs?
Ew.
Like how like